Hi, hello. Welcome to another episode of Delightfully Chaotic. I'm Tamara. Welcome back. Hi. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's because I decided to do a visual recording of the podcast, and I went through the whole editing process and was not completely cringed out. And so I posted the video. So, if you'd like to see the video, the link is in my show notes for my YouTube channel, youtube.com/delightfully chaotic pod. Yes. So it's been like 3 weeks, I think, since the last time I posted. I wanted to start recording the podcast like visually. So I was trying to figure out just the logistics of that. I actually recorded an episode last weekend, but it was my very first time recording it visually. So the camera I was using was just it wasn't giving what it needed to give. And it was just not okay. It was splitting up the videos and I was trying to edit it and I was just like, I'm not doing this shit. So I was like, I'll just do it all over again. Trial and error or whatever. So I apologize. And I say all that to say, I apologize in advance if the audio or the visual isn't perfect. I need to get one of those, the lighting thing. I need a ring light or something. Anyway, we're going to make it do what it do anyways. So today is February 8th. It's Sunday. It's Super Bowl or Bonito Bowl Sunday. So I actually initially planned to just stay home, maybe have me some wings and just watch the halftime show. But my sister was like, yeah, let's just all hang out at her house and we're going to bring some snacks and stuff and we're going to watch Super Bowl there. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing later. So let me just go ahead and try to see if I can do this shit. Cause we're going to try it again. So let's get into this mess because it's a lot of mess. While I'm getting myself together, let's look at this beautiful, beautiful. Let's look at this hilarious, ridiculous, glorious picture that somebody decided to post about Blueface on Threads. I mean, as soon as I saw this, I cackled so hard. My whole entire mouth was the size of my face. He looks like the nigga from they put the nigga from Beetlejuice. That's the guy that was in Beetlejuice when he was in the waiting room or some shit. And the man, his head was shrunken by the tribal person. I thought that was funny. Let's have a moment of appreciation. The thing is with Blueface, he's an attractive guy. Like he really is. He's a nice looking guy, you know. It's just take away the tats and all of that. You can tell that he's a naturally nice looking guy. You can see, pictures of him when he was younger. His parents are attractive. It's just his vibe, his aura. He has a disgusting aura. It just seems like I wouldn't want to be around him for not even 5 minutes. He just seems really disgusting. I thought that was funny. Okay, so let's get into this mess for real. So Kevin Mustaine posted, I think last week or so, about men going to the doctor. He was like, I went to the doctor for my annual exam and blah, blah, blah. And he was basically saying, men, go to the doctor, get checked out, da, 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 da. And y'all were really bad. And this was really mad in the comments about him telling them to go to the doctor. And they were like, no, I'm not gay. And, so a lot of men believe that if they go to the doctor, that they're going to have a finger in their butt. And while that might or might not be the case, from what I understand, there's more advanced ways for them to check for like prostate cancer and colorectal cancer and things like that. But if it does come down to, we need to stick our finger in your ass to make sure that you don't currently have any disease that could be killing you and you don't even know. A lot of y'all were mad about this man telling y'all to go to the doctor. Let's take a look.
Black men go to the doctor, and some of these responses are a lot. Nigga got fingered and trying to tell us to go. Wow. I don't think you know what happens at a physical. Nope. Stay healthy by constantly working out, eat right, and be active. He said nope to going to the doctor. You should work out and eat right, but also getting an annual checkup is okay. You could have just said men go to the doctor. Smush. I'm a black man. Black men traditionally have a higher rate of not going to the doctor compared to, women in other races. So I'm a black man talking to black man. That's why I say black men. Go to the gym, then you can avoid the doctor. Again, no. You can't screen for heart disease and cancer and things like that at the gym. Okay? I'm not saying don't go to the gym, but like, you can do both. Did you tweet this with a finger up your butt? Okay. Annual physical doesn't require fingers going on your butt. I think a lot of men don't know this because there's a couple responses like that. They do blood work. They check your pee, your vital signs. They ask you about your mental health. Sometimes an EKG, check your lungs, things like that. You talking about a rectal exam? That's for prostate, and that doesn't happen usually till you're between 40 and 45. I didn't say that. Okay, somebody responded under that. You can almost hear the moans as he's typing. Are y'all okay? Nigga said go to the doctor in America. Lemfow. Sure, let me take out a small loan of $10,000. Okay, even without.
Yeah. I don't understand. I really wish I could understand, but I just don't understand, y'all. Like, I really don't. Everything Kevin on stage said is absolutely true. Y'all need to go to the damn doctor. Y'all need to take care of yourselves. Like, y'all are really grown, big and grown, with literal hair on your nutsack. And you're like, nah, I'm not going to the doctor. That is gay. Somebody in the comments said, so it's safe to assume they aren't getting tested for STDs. Absolutely. Absolutely. Someone else says, I think they're confusing annual with anal. Let's also get them some books. This is insane. The fact that y'all are really showing y'all true colors in these man's comments. So y'all not going to the doctor first. Like he's saying, it's not just about an actual physical. They check your mental health. Like for my primary doctor, each time I visit, they give me this little whiteboard with a little felt tip pen or marker. And it's like basically asking about how do you feel today? Like they're asking about your mental health and they're rating your anxiety and depression levels. Like it's not just a physical blood pressure, blood work. You need to make sure that you're okay, that you don't have any high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes. Like it's not just, I don't think I could ever be in a relationship with a man who does not proactively take care of his health and make the appointments and does the things. Like that's just like cooking for yourself and cleaning up after yourself as an adult. That's just basic life stuff that everyone should be doing. I just don't understand how a lot of y'all niggas be like, oh, that's gay. I can't. And you're not. And then the thing is, okay. And then you have to think even further about it for those men who refuse to go to the doctor and get checked out. Like the person in the comments said, it's safe to assume they're not getting tested for STDs. Absolutely. And also, how is your hygiene? Like let's take it a step further. How is your hygiene? We already know your mental hygiene is shit, but how is your physical hygiene? What them drawers looking like at the end of the day? What them drawers looking like at the end of the day? If you don't even want to go to the doctor and get checked out annually, as you should as a human being, as a spiritual being in this human body that needs to be upkept and taken care of and needs to thrive and needs to make it into your later years healthy and like I said, thriving, and just like, if you don't even want to take care of your temple, your vessel as a human being, you can't. You probably have STDs that you don't even know about, which some of them you go, no. From what I understand, I don't know from experience, but I understand some of them you just go, no, off rip that you got them. But those that you don't know that you could have, okay, just do better. Someone else said the same thing about the anal thing. Sometimes literacy is an issue. They probably read annually as anal. Yeah, that's probably true. A man said this: I eat healthy and go to the gym, etc. Went to the doctor and tests found an issue. I had 0 symptoms, and the issue was that was found could kill me if I left it unchecked. Go to the doctor. Exactly. My father died of prostate cancer. He didn't need to. I get that annual finger twirl with pride and appreciation. And I think I saw someone said that they don't even have to actually digitally do it anymore. But you gotta, it's not like women go to the gynecologist. You think I want another woman's face inside of my stuff? No. And it's really quick. You get in and out, and it's uncomfortable. It's always uncomfortable. But you get in and out, they do the breast exam, and you have that peace of mind knowing that you're okay when you get those test results. I can never be with someone who doesn't proactively already take care of himself and gets annual checkups. That's just like the bare minimum. I mean, come on. So y'all need to do better. Stupid. That's dumb. And kudos to Kev on stage. Like, he's top notch in my book. I don't want to talk too much about the Epstein files because I don't want to say I don't care, because it's absolutely, yes, of course I do care. Like the things that are coming out. And again, I don't want to get into like the politics of things, but it's just a mess. Jay-Z was apparently mentioned in these files. There were no pictures or anything. But he was apparently mentioned in the files or whatever. They showed his name there a few times. Haven't heard much about it since then. I think it was last week or the week before where everything came out. Maybe he was able to shut them up about it. I don't know. And people were just like, someone posted that Beyonce and Jay-Z have left the country, and I don't know. Okay, this is posted a day ago on firstpost.com. Beyonce loses 10 million followers on Instagram after Jay. No, I don't believe that. How many did she have before? She did not lose 10 million. How many did she have before? She has 307 million. You know what? I can't even confirm or deny that, because I don't know how much she had before. I think someone said in one of the comments that she had 300,000 or 300 million followers. She has 307 million now. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. But anyway, the article saying that she lost 10 million followers on Instagram after husband Jay-Z was named in the Epstein files. And people were like, oh, well, she knew about it, blah, blah, blah. If he had any affiliations with this Epstein nigga, yes, 100%. He had to have known what this man was doing. He had to have been, he probably was one of the people that was involved in what was going on. And I mean, he is in the files, but if he was in the files for something super salacious, they would still be talking about it right now. I saw it very briefly and I didn't save it, but it didn't. I think it said something about a witness or a victim said that she was in a room with him, but I think that was about the extent of it. So per the article, the Epstein files controversy continues to haunt everyone who has been named in it. And the people around may now have to bear the brunt for it. Beyonce is one of them, as her husband Jay-Z has been named in these controversial files. The singing sensation has lost over 10 million followers over the rapper's name cropped up, after the rapper's name cropped up. Girl, words today. After the rapper's name popped up. Cropped up? Who wrote this shit? Yeah. So yeah, people were like, oh, she knew about it, and she knew about it. It's her husband, blah, blah, blah. Like, if he did have anything to do with it, if this happened like late 90s, they met in like late 90s, early 2000s, she probably didn't know any fucking thing about it. But I'm pretty sure he told her recently when he probably realized that his name could possibly be in these files. I'm pretty sure he sat her down and said, listen, my name is in these files. I was friends. I'm sure that she knew that this was going to happen. I could only hope. I don't know. I can only hope that she knows that she knew already, because that would suck if she didn't. I don't know if the claims about them leaving the country are true or not. It says that they're heading for divorce. These are like gossip sites, so I really don't believe any of this. Yeah, I don't believe any of this. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I hope that he's not. I hope he hasn't done anything. It's hard to say that because he was there. Like I said, he was with this man. He knew the kind of man that this Epstein nigga was, and he knows the kind of people that are in those circles. And I'm sure he's seen grown men abusing these women at these parties or on this fucking island. I don't know. It's not a good look for him, but I really would be surprised if he didn't sit her down first once the first murmurings of this came out and said, listen, I'm in this shit. I'm just letting you know. It's really tricky. That's really tricky, but hopefully everything will work out for them. I don't think this is going to harm either one of their careers. And I don't think that Beyonce should be punished for what her dumbass husband has done. I mean, that's ridiculous. Shacarri Richardson was arrested actually here in Orlando. I think it was last week or so. She was speeding all up and through the road, or I guess on one of the highways, doing like over 100 miles an hour. And she was stopped by a police officer. They have her on the dash cam or the body cam, just arguing with this man up and down. Like, girl, shit. If you were truly going over 100 miles an hour, I think she was in an Aston Martin. If you were truly going that fast, you could have hurt yourself and someone else. And it really sucks when you're driving that fast, you're putting yourself in danger and other people in danger. So it's fuck you over here, girl. She's always in the news for some fuck, and I really want to be on her side. I really want to root for her. Like, we're all rooting for you. We're all rooting for you. Like, just get it together. Her boyfriend apparently was there too. I don't know if he was following her. Maybe they were going back to the hotel or something. And so he stopped and pulled over, and he was trying to, I guess, intervene or something. And the police officer was like, you know what, just you have to leave. She's being arrested, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you're going to pull over, and in this day and age, in this climate, you're going to get your black ass out of this car and do what? What are you going to do? So he got arrested, I guess, for being defiant and not listening to them or something like that. I think they said resisting arrest with something like that. And then he had some kind of drug paraphernalia. So they both got arrested. It just felt like you have everything at your fingertips. You have the world at your fingertips. You are two of the most talented, athletes in the world or whatever, especially Shacarri. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you really could have hurt someone. You could have killed someone. I think I was trying to say before the ad distracted me. When it comes to victims of these kinds of accidents, these really tragic accidents where there's a reckless driver, a one-sided reckless driver, it's always the victims, the innocent people that end up dying. It's never the drunk driver. It's never the driver that's texting. It's never the idiot that's going over 100 miles an hour in an Aston Martin. It's always an innocent person who's just trying to go the fuck home. So fuck you entirely. Like, you cool and everything when it comes to the running things. But like, outside of that, you need a team that's going to get you together. I don't know who your team is. And then like arguing with this man, like arguing him down. Like, you are wrong, period. You can't say nothing about no race. You can't say nothing about no racism. You are dead ass wrong. Apparently there's this new law in Florida about speeding. So based on that law, she was arrested. In the article, U.S. Olympic sprinter Shacarri Richardson was arrested on a speeding charge after allegedly driving more than 100 miles per hour in Florida on Thursday, 104 miles per hour, dangerously passing other motorists. So like weaving in and out of traffic, just being a dickhead, being an asshole. Like, what are you doing? And August Richardson was arrested for allegedly assaulting her, but she did it because it was on camera. For allegedly assaulting her boyfriend, fellow American sprinter Christian Coleman, at the Seattle Tacoma airport. So, like, just get it together. Like, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. She got in trouble in 2023 on the plane incident where the flight attendant was trying to get her to do something, and she was saying that she was talking to her disrespectfully. Shacarri was like, she's being disrespectful. I just feel like it just seems like she's wrong a lot. It just seems like she is just constantly trying to fight people. And it seems like she's also come from a very, maybe troubled background. I think when I first heard of her was maybe like in 2022, maybe. And I think that was when she first became like out in the public eye. And her mom had died. I think her mom had died. It wasn't like the person who was interviewing her, some white dude was like, yeah, so your mom died. And I don't even think she knew that the mama had died or something. I could be wrong. But like her grandmother seems to be a very stable person in her life. And I don't know, you can just kind of tell that she's been through a lot. You can kind of tell that she just needs more of she just needs something, maybe a therapist. I say that now about people because I've been in therapy since October, so I can talk, I'm doing the things, okay? I just feel like she needs a therapist. I feel like she needs someone to, to help her navigate all of this, because having money, I'm not trying to say she's a bad person, but you know what they say about when you get an exorbitant amount of money and you have all this access, it really, it kind of exasperates, or is that the word? It kind of magnifies the person that you already are. And I just feel like she's really troubled. And I think like the fact that she has all this access and money and stuff is maybe not really getting to the root of whatever issue it could be. I just want her to stay out of the news. I'm not trying to judge nobody. I just feel like, girl, get it together. Basically. Yeah. Child. So the game in Shawnee's. So there's the game. And the game had a baby with Shawnee's. Shawnee's Harrison, I think is her last name. And Shawnee's is the daughter of Evelyn Lozada of Love and Hip Hop fame. Or was it Love and Basketball? One of those reality shows. Shawnee's in the game had a child, I think 2 years ago together, a little boy. Let me see if I can bring this up, honey. They had a little boy together. His name is Blaze Taylor. Y'all keep on naming these children Blaze. And all it makes me think about is pizza. Please stop doing that. The game. Shawnee's. So yeah, Evelyn and Shawnee's, I think they have a podcast together, and the game was a guest on the podcast. And on the podcast, the game and Shawnee's started talking about basically their dynamic together as parents. It says that they're co-parenting. So they're not actually together, I guess. This is AI overview that I'm looking at really quickly. So they're not currently romantically together, but they are co-parenting, and the baby was born in late 2025. Pretty baby. Blue eyes, really cute. So this dickhead was just kind of talking to her kind of crazy. I'm not even gonna hold you. He was talking to her crazy. And yeah, they kind of get into it a little bit about the fact that he doesn't change diapers. And he said that he told her he wasn't going to change nobody's diaper. Let's see, child, what's going on. I think this is the right one. I still don't understand how y'all niggas have whole ass babies with these women and you don't think that it's your duty or your responsibility to take care of your kids.
She don't like that by the way.
No, I really feel like if you have a child and you are more than able, your hands are working, your fingers are fine, you have no arthritis, that you are more than able to wipe your, help and wipe your child's ass too, if you can wipe your own. Because you, when he's 50, let's say, what are you going to be, 112? Yeah. You might need someone to wipe yours.
I got Harlem.
Yeah. And God willing, he does it. But did you wipe his? Yeah, this is all, it comes around.
Yeah, but I did tell you I don't change diapers from the beginning, before he was born. Did you think it was going to change? Like, I would actually, flip and, do it?
I did. I did. I thought that, because you are in a different decade and you're having a child, however many years.
A different decade is wild.
Earlier.
True. Remember I told you I don't change diapers?
Okay. I feel, on one hand, I feel really bad for Shanice because her mom is a bird, straight up and down. Why are you laughing while this man is being a complete dickhead to your daughter who just had his baby? Why are you laughing? I would hate to have her as a mother. She's definitely one of those pick-me moms that changes, as soon as they're around a man. It doesn't matter if that man is someone who literally had a baby with your baby. She's a bird. She's such a bird brain. And I feel for Shanice in that respect because, oh my God, I would just hate to have her as a mother. I really would. And I don't know. But then on the other hand, it's kind of like, okay, that this man ain't shit. He's been in the public eye being ain't shit for a long time. He is apparently a sex offender, allegedly. I think he was convicted of sexual assault from one of the contestants on his show that he had back in the day for the love of game or some shit like that. He sexually assaulted someone and she won the case. And him dating India Love when she was not even 20 years old, and he was well into his 30s, fingering her in the park. He's not. Does he make pretty children? Yes, he does. Does that mean you have to have his baby? No. No. Girl, what were you thinking? And I guess she really thought that she was the preference. She was the preference. She has the look or whatever. She has that ambiguous kind of look going on. I think she's Black and Puerto Rican. And I think he even said in the same interview, he was like, when men see women who look like you, we just really want, we say to ourselves, oh, we're going to get her pregnant. We basically say, oh, I got to get her pregnant. She's a baddie. He was just being a complete dickhead to her. It sounded like she was going to cry at any moment. Her voice was shaking. And I do feel bad for her in that respect. I really do. And y'all really be sitting, y'all who are considered the preference really be sitting in that. You're the preference. Danny Lee, whatever her name is. She was the preference, I guess. She was that yellow bone, I guess. Now you see her nowadays looking like, she was in a tanning booth for 10 hours. Which one is it, bitch? Which body is it? But you're the preference, right? But you still can get played, because he definitely played you. And now you have a beautiful blue-eyed baby because of it. And you're going to have to deal with this nigga for well over 18 years. So, Evelyn, also just fuck you. You are awful. I can only imagine the things that this girl has had to go through. And I hate to say this because I ain't nobody mama, but the things that this girl has had to go through with you being her mother. You sat there and you laughed at her. Different decade is wild. Cackled. While this man talked to your daughter like that, she should be able to go to you and be like, nigga, guess what this nigga said? And you should be like, what, he said that? And you should be bringing it up to him. My daughter said you said this. Or you're making her feel like this. You're not defending her at all. What he's saying to her and how he's saying it to her is wild and disrespectful. So we can already see what kind of woman she really is. I mean, we've already seen it as far as like the reality TV show. As far as those things go. So yeah, fuck you, Evelyn and Shanice. I don't know, girl. Hopefully things get better for you. Okay, what is next? Okay, I had to turn my light on. I really hope that this ends up looking right because I don't have any of the things. But I was like, you know what? I can't just keep on putting shit off. Like, I want to do this. I want to start recording myself doing this podcast to kind of get, but everything can't be perfect, right? So hopefully it'll come out okay. I really wanted to just, kind of like step outside of my comfort zone and take up more space. I've always been kind of looked at like I was different just because I'm a naturally goofy person. And a part of me, like my younger years, I was always like kind of afraid to just be myself because kids are assholes. Like growing up, I was always picked on for just being a quiet person, but also being goofy when I felt comfortable around certain people. And then I would, be picked on and then I'll kind of repress myself. So this is my way of being like, hey, this is me. And these are all the things. And these are my thoughts. And, what am I talking about? Anyway, I'm back. I had to turn my lamp on because of things. Oh, we're talking about J-Lo and how she still can't sing, baby. I'll be talking about this later. That she did something to me personally. She did not. Hold on. I saw this on Threads and I was like, oh my God, I have to talk about this. Because I know I'm not the only one that thinks this bitch can't sing. Hold on. Let me find it. Let's see.
Lopez is a delusional chaos demon. Even in the middle of America turning into a fascist nation and collapsing on itself, she's found a way to be the center of attention.
He didn't get stabbed.
Vlad, shut the fuck up with that shit.
Okay.
Jennifer Lopez is in the middle of her Vegas residency, and she is, instead of going out, giving us 1, 2, dancing and spinning and going back home, she's trying to convince us that she's a powerhouse singer by singing live. As someone who works in music, I am vehemently for many people lip syncing. And J-Lo, you should definitely be lip syncing, girl. There is no reality that you think this sounds good. Why are you screaming like this on stage and you're smiling as if you're doing well? I blame Stevie Mackey. I've blamed him for years. And Stevie, if you see this, I love you still, but I blame you. The residency seems to be packed every night. And J-Lo is a legend in her own right. She is a powerhouse performer and entertainer. She has made a career off not necessarily being talented in many ways. So I respect her for that. But y'all going to the Vegas residency and selling it out and listening to her scream? She even tried to do an a cappella version of If You Had My Love.
Now if I give you me, this is how it's got to be. First of all, I won't take you cheating on me. Don't play me for a fool. Yeah, you said that we.
So what's your sentence for
Electric.
All I will say is that this was a nice reprieve from all of the energy that we've had in America today. But J-Lo, please, just go out on stage and dance. Look great. You look amazing. Put on your outfits, do a little turn, but just don't sing live. Oh, yeah. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, so I'm okay. After this episode, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave this lady alone. I just feel like, why though? Like, why are you? And I'm so glad that he mentioned Stevie Mackey because yes, like I said a few episodes ago, yes, Stevie Mackey, why are you taking this lady money? Why are you taking this lady money? why are you taking our money? I bet he would never post. I'm not even talking about the clip that we just saw with the creator that made the video. I'm talking about her residency, the clips that we're seeing of her residency. Stevie Mackey would never post those. He'll post her in his house doing the things and singing, and they probably recorded it 3, 4, 5 times to get it perfect. But he would never post the actual raw video of her trying to sing a cappella. If you had my love, the thing that we just saw, he would never post that because you know that lady can't sing, and you taking her body, and you know she can't sing. It was funny. I used to like me some J-Lo. I really, really did. But it's like, over the years, especially hearing about how she's just an awful person. And these could be just rumors, but a lot of people talk about how she sucks as a person. That even makes it easier for me to just be like, girl, sit down somewhere. Sit down. You don't have to do all the things. It's fine. And y'all stop going to her shit. Maybe she actually will sit the fuck down. So there's this thing called vabbing, and I saw this on Threads, and I feel like if I had to see it, y'all got to see it too. Okay? It's called vabbing, and I don't even know if this is a real thing or if this is just something that was made up for the sake of this video, but let's just take a look because it's hilarious and ridiculous.
Cassie, and I'm addicted to vabbing. We put Cassie, and I'm addicted to vabbing. Cassie, and I'm addicted to vabbing. We put 2 fingers up there. I stick my fingers in my and I rub it on my body so that people can smell my pheromones.
The way this is edited makes it seem like her coochie stink. I'm not saying her coochie stink, but when you say I'm gonna go vaginal fluid, dab, dab, and then you cut to the man looking disappointed and walking away, and you, one could walk away with the implication that your coochie is a stank in. Real problem is you're smelling coochie out of context. Okay, coochie where coochie belong, okay, ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. But coochie on the neck, that's coochie out of context. I can't just be smelling coochie on your neck. Now you got coochie on your neck. That's weird. Can you imagine not knowing her and be like, dang, what's that you wearing? Oh, this is Ludio Face by Coochie Dior. This is de Chanel. You can't have coochie smell on your neck. Coochie got to go below the waist. Under the equator, that's where coochie got to go now. Is she dabbing it on her wrist? Now you paying for Chipotle. Somebody like, I smell coochie near the top to pay. I smell coochie near the top to pay.
Girl. You know, that looks like one of those shows like Crazy Addictions or whatever where people eat chalk and shit like that. That's what it seems like. I really hope that they just told her, just pretend that this is something that you actually do. Like, I don't know, maybe her actual addiction wasn't interesting or stupid enough. Like, maybe they gave her coconut oil and said, pretend that this is your coochie juice and just put it over your neck and then make it seem like you're opening your legs. And there's no way this girl actually takes her secretions and wipes it on her body. Okay. I don't know if everyone can smell your pheromones, but I know certain people can smell your pheromones, if that makes sense, from what I understand. I don't think that you have to actually take your secretions and put it on your body, your skin. Like, that's weird. Let's just say that this is real and she really does do this. And then why are you sitting next to the white dude? Why do you want him to smell your pheromones? Where are you? Are you in a public setting or like of all people? Like he looks like he's about to like shoot the place up next week. Like why would you want him to? And like Kevin on stage said, yeah, the way it was edited, it did seem like he was like, ugh. And what if you actually do smell down there? Like why would you do that? Why would you do that? In this day and age, you never really know what's real or not. Like I said, the producers probably said, you know what? No. Let's change it. Let's make it seem as if this is something that you actually do. I just feel like maybe she could focus more on her, and I hate to be this girly, but I think that she should probably focus more on her appearance. You know, maybe like update her wardrobe. I'm not even a fashion girly. I say that all the time. Maybe like update her hair, maybe find like a new, hairstyle, maybe zhuzh some things up. We don't want to be placing our stuff on our body. That's disgusting. Because if you're clean inside and out, you don't need all of that. You don't need all of that. I don't think that everyone can smell your pheromones. I think there's certain people, if that makes sense, that can smell your pheromones. I think it's like it is an attraction thing. Oh my God, I gotta Google this. What am I doing? So let me see, pheromones. Who can smell your pheromones? How you spell? Okay, pheromones. Other humans, Other humans, particularly potential romantic partners, and in some cases, family members, can detect human pheromones, chemo signals, it's in quotations, through their nasal olfactory system, specifically affecting attraction and subconscious behavior. These signals, often found in axillary sweat, underarm, can influence mood, reduce aggression, and trigger psychological responses in both men and women. Okay. I don't see nothing about no coochie juice in the AI overview. Yeah, girl, I have a strong suspicion that this is not real. And I really don't believe that she actually did that. Whatever show this is, they probably just gave her some shit that looks like coochie juice, because there's no way she actually did that shit. And why gotta be a black girl? Like, girl, do better. Also, this is like the last thing I want to talk about in the mess, and then we'll get to the other things. Cam Newton is really an awful person. I think the only person who does not know that he's a complete douchebag is Jasmine Brown. Jasmine Brown is the mother of his second child. Jasmine Brown is the mother of maybe like his 15th child, but they have 2 kids together. So this is her second child with him. After the first one, I was like, okay, now you went and did it again, girl. Not really understanding that. But let's just see what she has to say about the things.
Care in the world. With that bag that I almost broke my back over, he just strolling it away. Child, I done threw my back out for.
So, by all appearances, I think she posted this in her stories a while back. She's recording him. I guess she dropped him off at the airport. So she's recording him going into the airport, and he has this kind of medium-sized, like hard shell luggage case. And on one side of the post, she has a picture of the luggage, which again looks like a medium-sized luggage case, the hard shell one. And then on the other side is the video of him walking just scrolling into the airport. So she's basically saying, I almost threw my back out with this luggage. And he's just so easily just walking around with it like la-di-da. And one would believe that she's basically saying that she got out of the car and helped him with his luggage. This man is like 6 foot something, 200 and something pounds, maybe a man. He's a man. Why are you getting out of the car to help him with his luggage? Did he tell you to do that? Why are you doing that? Again, she just had his baby recently, and the baby was probably in the car. Why are you not just sitting in the car and parking the damn trunk, kissing him goodbye and being gone? And then you're recording him going into the airport. Move out of the way. Move. Because I know there was somebody behind you like, what the fuck is she doing? Why are you picking up his luggage and giving it to him? And then you're saying it's heavy to the point where you almost threw your back out. He is an awful person. Awful, awful, awful. And you might say, well, how is he awful for letting her? Because she shouldn't have to do that. And she's a dummy anyway. She's probably insisting on doing it. And he just lets her. What man is going to let you almost throw your back out after trying to get his luggage out of the fucking car? I'm going to pop that trunk and you go do what you got to do. I'll talk to you later. Have a safe trip. And I'm not even into like the gender role shit. I just feel like, yes, there are certain things that men can do and women don't, and women can't, and vice versa. I have no problem getting my own luggage. I'm not going to attempt to get any luggage for you, especially if the luggage is super heavy. Like, why would I do that? Why? um, I just feel like I'm not like a follower of Jasmine Brown. I remember seeing like clips of her, stand up and her skits and things. And she seemed like she had a little bit more sense. I don't know if she's probably one of those women who get them a nigga and act completely different because she used to seem like she had some sense about her. She used to seem like she knew the things, but I don't understand what this is. I don't know if she has what do you call it? A humiliation kink. She just seems to always be embarrassing herself behind this man. And a lot of times, I don't really know if she has like real fans, but I don't be seeing people in her comments like, yeah, girl, that's what I do for my man. And yeah, man, I don't see a lot of women in her comments that are like agreeing with her. A lot of women in her comments are like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Because he's just playing her. Like, it's ridiculous. And he's so embarrassing. Like, girl, I mean, if you like it, I love it. I don't know. Don't do that again. Don't get his luggage. She's fine. And I think on this post, there was somebody who said, let me see if I can find the post because go back to the post. I closed it out. Somebody on the post said that they had an encounter with him. Yeah, here it is. Years ago, when I worked at Bath and Body Works, he and his then partner came in at our store about 10 minutes before the store closed and bought hundreds of candles. You bought hundreds of candles 10 minutes before the store closed. We offered to take the candles down on a stock cart because we were ready to close, and it would have taken too long if we made several trips to get his bags. Do you know this grown-ass man had me and another woman load all the heavy-ass candles in his trunk in the rain while he sat in the car? And no, that was not a part of our job description. So yeah, he's an asshole. She's the only person who doesn't realize it. Or maybe she realizes it and kind of thinks, the perks with being with this man, the money, the this, the that, the going to the games and wearing the cute jerseys with my baby. It's more important than maybe like my peace of mind and my sanity and like my dignity and whatever. Like, don't do that again. You probably will. And if you do it again, I hate to say this, but I hope you do actually blow your back out. I really hope you do. Do it again. Do it again. On to TV and things. Music and things. Bad Bunny has won a Grammy. He won a Grammy. The Grammys were a couple weeks ago. And yeah, he got a standing ovation. He's really been doing the things. I never really listened to Bad Bunny when he was really when he first started becoming really popular. I remember saying, what is the Bad Bunny? Like, what? Why are people? I am the kind of person, like, when it comes to bandwagon kind of cultish shit, I immediately I completely just, regress, or I completely rebuke it. Like, when people were really into The Walking Dead, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, whatever, that shit is good. That's a really good fucking show. I finally just broke down and watched it, and I was like, this is cute. That's just how I am. So when I kept on hearing about Bad Bunny, I was like, what the fuck is a Bad Bunny? And I fucked around and I let it play on Pandora one time. I was walking, like doing my little walk or whatever. I said, oh, this is cute. I don't understand anything this thing is saying, but it's a vibe, If you know, you know. A lot of people are saying the same thing. Like, I don't understand any of his shit, but it's a vibe. So yes. Anyways, Bad Bunny won a Grammy. He has more than one Grammy, though. I think he won 2 Grammys that night. All in all, he has 6 Grammys. He has 6 Grammys all together, and I think he won 2 this past weekend. Bad Bunny has 6 Grammys. He won for Best Latin Pop or Urban Album in 2021. 2022, he won 1, and then at the 2026 Grammys, he took home 3 awards. Okay, so he had 3. He won the 2026, he won for Album of the Year and Best Urban Music Album. I can't pronounce the name of his album, but it's really good. And yeah, just happy for him. He looks very nice. It looks like he was by himself the whole night, which was kind of sad to see. I'm sure that he wanted to protect his family and friends. And, of course, because he's not he doesn't want his supporters to be subject to being detained or anything like that. I thought that his suit was nice. It was different. I think the back of his suit might have something to do with, just immigrants kind of being the backbone of the country, along with or secondary to Black people, of course. But immigrants also have made an impact on this country. They didn't build the country. Shabouli. They didn't build the country, but immigrants do play a pretty major part in this country, in the development of the country. And of course, as we know, Black people have paved the way for immigrants to even have the rights that they have, so really. So yeah, his suit was very nice, but it seems very bulky. And I saw someone saying that he had a bulletproof vest under it, which I thought was very interesting and kind of sad too, Yeah, they said he had a bulletproof vest. Let's see if I can find the video. Yeah. But then people are saying that he wasn't wearing one. Maybe it was just a suit. I don't know. So it might just be a rumor that was a bulletproof vest. You know how people take things and just run with it. I'm just going to say it was a rumor. Either way, he looks great. And I'm excited to see him later at the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't really care about the actual game, but, there's going to be food and herbal refreshments and all the things. Just a chance to kind of get out of the house, spend time with my family. Yesterday, we went to lunch for my niece's birthday. She's 12. She'll be 12 on Wednesday. So, yeah, so this weekend is basically just having fun with family and all those things. That was it for music and things. Actually, no, it's not. Cardi is on SNL. That's not really music and things. Oh, Duran Bernard. Duran Bernard won a Grammy too. And this is currently one of the top memes on the socials, him running to get his Grammy. I love him. I love everything about him. If you don't know who he is, you probably want to start, in my opinion, you probably want to start with his Tiny Desk. It's really good. So start with that and then go from there, honey. He is a vibe. He's like your favorite cousin, probably. And his parents were there. They're super supportive of him. His father was a musician. And I think I saw the other day that his father actually secretly submitted his album for the Grammy and he didn't know it. And so for him to actually win it, that was just really cute. So congratulations to Duran Bernard. If you have not heard of him, look it up because he is that bitch and that nigga. Hello. If you know, you know. In Not Mess, Catherine O'Hara dies at 71. Catherine O'Hara is a white woman. She's a white woman who I particularly love. I like her acting. I like her comedy. I didn't really know that she was a comedian, really. When I first saw her in Home Alone, I was a kid. I didn't know. Her and Eugene Levy have been friends forever. I love them in Schitt's Creek. If you haven't seen Schitt's Creek, it's on Prime Video. So good. I think there's 6 seasons of that. And yeah, she's been in some of my favorite nostalgic movies as a kid, Beetlejuice, and again, Home Alone, and Schitt's Creek are my 3 favorites. But yeah, she has passed away at 71. I don't believe there was any reports of the cause of death. It doesn't matter. She has gone to glory. And also the gentleman who played in Sanford and Son has also passed. Let me see if I can get his name. Lamont. His name was Lamont on Sanford and Son. But I'm trying to get his name. I remember being a kid, and it used to happen all the time. But this one instance, me and my dad we were inside the grocery store, and this white cashier was like, "You look like the man from Sanford and Son," because my dad had this afro and he had the mustache and he was a nigga. He really didn't look like the nigga at all, but white people. So also in Not Mess, Martin Lawrence. Martin looks great. He has lost some weight. I really, really enjoyed seeing him just looking great. And he looks really healthy. A few years ago, you could just tell that something wasn't right. Something was kind of off in his appearance. Like, I didn't want to like speculate, but he didn't look well. He looked like he had had a stroke or something to that effect. So I really hope that he, just stays on this track of just being like healthy and happy. And it looks like he lost about 50 pounds. I ain't gonna hold you. I love Martin. It's just so nostalgic and it just reminds me of just simpler times, the 80s and 90s, the house party movies, and of course, the Martin, the show, and his stand-up, Bad Boys, the movie. It's like, it's someone that you grew up with, just to see him kind of like his health kind of like failing a little bit. It was kind of sad to see. So I was really happy to see these videos and pictures of him just having, looking like it looks like he got like his second wind. I think he's on tour, actually. So good for him, honey. And also, last but not least, before that, actually, Sinners is nominated for 16 Oscar awards. Hopefully, they'll win some of the big dogs. We'll see. When does the Oscars? Because the Oscars already come out. What's going on? When does the Oscars come out? When W-I-N, Jesus. When does the Oscars happen? So we'll see. I really want them to win like Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan. But you know how these white people like to play in people's face, honey. March 15th. So we'll see. Also, yes, last but not least, for real. Oh, Landria, she has been showing up and showing out, honey. She's been in Paris. She's been doing the thing. She's in, I think she's in a Visa commercial. Like, she is doing the things. And I'm just so happy for her. She looks great. She was in Paris, and I think they were screaming her name, and you can kind of like see her get emotional, like she's dabbing her eyes or whatever. She's just doing the thing. She's showing up and she's showing out. Her boyfriend, Nick, who I'm not even gonna lie, in the beginning I thought, this has to be for like publicity. But then, I was like, two super attractive people, they can actually be really into each other, and it doesn't have to be publicity. So maybe they really are into each other, and maybe they really are in a real relationship. And if they are, fucking great for them. I never watched a second of that show, but I just think she's so like, she's that girly. And these looks are just like bomb. I want to try to put all of them here that I like. Just bomb.com. Like, look at that. Yeah, so yeah, I just love her, and I'm just looking forward to seeing. I really do believe, and I think I posted this on Threads, I really do believe that the Queen Bee has either already sent her flowers or is on her, or the flowers are on the way. The flowers are on the way, because I know that Beyonce is sitting back and just poring over this woman. Like, we all have been just drooling over the looks, and just like she's giving editorials. She has a nasty walk. She could do the runway. Like, she's doing the things. And apparently there were some haters or whatever, as far as like the other people that were on the show and their fan base or whatever. Like, her table is being set in front of her enemies. Like, hello. It's being prepared. It's there. She's doing things, right? So, yeah, I really think that Beyonce is either like, I think if Beyonce already gave her flowers, she probably would have posted it anyway. Because when Beyonce gives the flowers to people, the girlies have to run to the internet and be like, Beyonce gave me these flowers. But she's definitely watching her, just like we all are. And I know she's probably talking to her about maybe some Act 3 visuals, like maybe. I know that they're going to work together. They're definitely going to work together. I can see her being in these visuals for something, her Alondria. So yeah, I'm really happy for her. She's looking so great. More to come with her. I'm excited to see what other projects she has. And I think I saw somebody post about how the most admired and talked about woman right now globally is a Black woman from the South. Because that week, I think it was last week or before, my whole timeline was nothing but Landry. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. I couldn't like everything enough or fast enough. So great for that. I don't have anything for Weird-ish or TV and Teens. My Fire Stick, I have a jailbroken Fire Stick and the apps are disabled. So I haven't been able to watch anything. Yeah, so that I forgot to mention that I actually did get out the house last month because I said I want to get out more, just do things more. I went to see Plies, me and my sister and her friend, and had all white on. It was really nice, and I was kind of a little bit nervous because I've been really nervous about this ICE shit. I don't even want to talk about it, but I was kind of nervous of being out in like a crowd of people. And I talked to my therapist about it. I was like, girl, I don't know what to do. Like these things, that people are just acting crazy and people are killing people. But I was like, that can't stop me from doing things. You can't be afraid to like live life. Of course, we had a great time. It was a day party. So we had some herbal refreshments and we went and got something to eat at the sports bar next door. I was home in my bed by like 8 something. It was great. It was a great time. So this month I have a couple of things that I'll probably do too, just to get out and about and just kind of like do the things. So yeah. That's it for this week. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. And please visit the show notes and support and do the things. I appreciate a like and a subscribe if you want more chaos. And that's it. Until next time. Bye, mates.